Whoa, shit. So I've just finished the day job and now I'm gonna head to the shop. I'm gonna get some updates done on the bike. As we know from the last episode of testing, there's a few things wrong. I'm gonna load the bike up and head over to the shop right now. And yeah, to show you some of the prep that I'm doing towards the race, and also to show you the shop, the new suspension shop that is open. I've got the website live, Vincent Speedworks right here. Yeah, this will be a little introduction to what I've got going on. And show you guys around. All right, hi, welcome. We are in the speed shop. So this is the new suspension space. Come check it out. Got a few bits over here. This is the vacuum bleed. We got the shock dyno and some shock stuff, bits and pieces. We got all the shaft clamps for almost every size you can think of. We got the very cool, very special bushing sizing tool set. All of the these are all shock adapters for bleeding and certain forks. There's a lot of things in here. Can bleed almost everything. And then, yeah, we're running a lot of the Motor X stuff in here, spare parts. But today, the main thing that we're going to do is focus on the bike. We are T-minus 7 days until Sea Otter. There's a bit of fudge on the lens. Yeah, we're kind of counting down the clock to Sea Otter, and we did a little ride on this today. We did some more riding the other day as well. Not really liking it, I'll be honest. Maybe the 2.5 is just not a good fit for this and how I want to ride. So I'm going to try something different. I'm going to give it a rebleed. Adjust the settings for the air shock. Take away... Oh. So we're actually going to add a negative spacer, which I have here. I took this one out hoping it would like break into travel a bit easier, and it kind of was, but it seems to be hitting the ramp really soon now. Like it's like nothing, and then it just ramps. So there's additional volume spacer in there. I'm going to remove that, put this in, but I can always add the volume spacer back in. This is a bit harder to do. A few other bits, going to put different shock bushing, eyelet. Make sure that's nice and tight. Some different spaces for where it mounts in here. There's a bit of play, so that's where a bit of noise is coming from. So I'm going to add one of these in, or I've got a few options here, and see if I can take up some play. Yeah, so I think we should just get into it. So we got the shock off, a bit of a clean up. So we got the shock off, it's all out of here, there's all a bit of that system. I'm going to start by taking this apart. These are the shims that were either side of there. It's kind of been chewed, if you can see that. That one's been chewed, and that one's just the wrong one. So hopefully some of these, I'm gonna do the trick? We'll find out. We're gonna use some of this stuff full weight, which means I'm gonna have to put it in here a bit. That's fine. Let's get some of this. So yeah, like I said, we're just literally just going to replace the oil on this. We're still going to take it apart a little bit so I can cycle it whilst I'm feeding. So this is the IFP. I'll do this first, just to be sure. And then of course, we got the main chamber. Glasses on. There's no point in messing up my face. Off she comes. So here we can see the configuration of the negative spring. So this is, as it goes on, it captures the air, and that's your negative. And then when you blow in through the pump, it pushing air into here, and then on the outside. So we'll take this apart. Off, and then which way should I go? No, slipping. Well, no wonder I couldn't take it apart at the trailhead. It is tight. That sounded like there was trapped air. Like that. And that is the inside of that. Again, it's kind of like a RockShox Vivid or X2. They have the spacers. They come off just like that. Pretty simple. Give it a quick clean. We're just going to do a full strip down of this, clean it, and then re-grease everything, make sure it's nice and buttery. That's what we like. We like buttery. Alright, let's fill her up. Drop it as I do it. Always remember this drains. Put this down. Okay, so time to let air out of here a little bit more, just to make sure. Okay, it says it's empty. Never believe it. Oh my God, it's still gonna get messy, I'm sure. A few ways I could do this. Out she comes. All the oil will flow through now, everything is open. So I'm just orientating it, so as this is where it fills in with the oil, that's going to be the highest point of the shock, therefore the air is going to rise to the top, and that's where we can make sure that all the air is vacuumed out perfectly. And she goes. I am going to have to get resourceful. Let's move some stuff. Okay, well, that kind of makes it easier. So, let's bring you in. The next setting is to bleed the shock. Now, I've got a few presets here. This is separating piston. We have interval. I have a template for this. This is template 3. I've set it in. This is what Cane Creek recommend for their shocks. It has a bladder, so it's a little different, but the pressure is good. This has a flexible IFP in here by SKF. So it's got some movement. So this isn't as strong of a force as it could be. And so that's what we're just gonna do. Off she goes. Now we see this happening. Well, god damn it, the GoPro just cut out when I was doing that. Now it finished bleeding, so you missed the whole damn process. Well, it did it. Okay, so we're gonna, because you missed it, I'm gonna redo it. It's not really a problem. It actually helps because I'll double check how good the bleed is. So we're gonna re-bleed it using the machine. Like I said, last time I got template 3. Which is Cane Creek's. Now we're getting into the vacuum cycle, so pressure is negative. This is set to 0.55, so it's going to hover around that for the next 25 seconds. Literally no bubbles are coming out, so we know we're in a good place. Nothing. As I'll switch it to work mode, back to party. So this is kind of cool, party and work that they have. It's pressure cycle. This is pressure of 2.9 bar. And whilst this is doing it, I need to let a little bit of air out of here so that piston moves up. Give it a cycle. A few bubs. It's nice with this Laba 7 little dial because you can see very precisely what's going on. Okay, I'm going to take it out. Put you up here. Sometimes I like to do a little extra. This helps to get the shock below the machine. I don't know if you can see. Can you see me? But yeah, getting the shock below the machine. This would be, if this was high, it would be ideal, but it's not. cycling it back and forth. This helps just push any of the air bubbles out, if there is any. I'm going to put it into lock. Much harder to move. Open. A bit easier, but it's also open system, so the oil is always going to take the path of least resistance. Okay, so it's neutralizing the pressure. Check separating piston. All right, I'll check the separating piston, which is the IFP. Now, I've already half loosened it, so I should be able to do this by hand, which I can. Now the IFP setting for this is 50 millimeters deep. Let's see where we're at. So it's right at the top here, which is perfect. I can use that, but I kind of like using this for this one. I use something soft initially to push it down. And ideally, it's with a slight angle, because what it's doing is pushing the oil through the system, and any air that's left will come back out. But as we can see, I'm pushing in. There's nothing more coming out. So let's check where we are. So we're looking for 50. Yeah, we're just below 40, so 38. A little further. I'm very close. It's pretty easy to move it, so I'll push a little further. 50. We're set. Obviously, this needs to be set the right length based on the shaft. This is a 65 mil stroke. And based on how far that moves, this piston needs space to move. If it's too high, it will bottom out and the oil will explode out of something, because it needs to keep moving just a little. And she goes. Make sure it's a full extension, which it is. So that's good. We're good. Shopper's oil filling is complete. Thank you very much. All right, let's take it to the next stage. Now, lovely jubbly. Get this. Oops. The little bleed port screw. Wrestle it for a second to try and get it in. Okay, I like to have that ready. Take this off. Okay. There's a little bit of oil in the top, which is perfect. As pushing the screw in will help. Very noisy. Okay. We have a closed system. Let's give her a go. Okay, feels good. No steps. Low speed is good. High speed is good. Let's try the lockout. Let's close out the low speed. Okay. Now the slow. Now the low speed rebound. There is only one speed. Second. Nice and slow. Looks good. Now close off the high speed. Everything should be nice and slow. Oh god. Hi. Look at that. That's a huge difference. That's so much force. And it's a fully usable range as well, which is so cool. 2, 3. They usually say like 3 from open. Not bad, not bad. Let's go halfway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the rebound. Cool. Everything feels great. So the next step, I need to put another one of these negative bands on. Again, I'm gonna have to just double check the amount. Although I'm certain that this is how it was supposed to be, which would equate to 15 mil of volume bands. But I'm going to check what Manitou recommend. Let the IFP pressure out. There we go. Now we pump it back up. Again. Put it to about, well, what I run, so about 135, maybe 136. Jesus. We have a shock, serviced,